Hi, I'm the Reverend John Barrett, and for the last 10 years, I and my friend Stewart, he also happens to be a vicar, have been travelling the world in search of our next big catch.
For us, life is about the 3 F's.
Faith, family, and fishing. We've been lucky enough to fish in a whole range of far-flung and really exotic places where locals and people of different nationalities and cultures have given us a place to stay and have shown us the very best spots to fish.
Well, here we are, John, in the Severn Valley on a beautiful pool in a beautiful location, and we've got tremendous views right across into Shropshire to the Clee Hills.
And it's amazing to think we're just 25 miles away from Birmingham, but it's a world away from the Bloor shopping centre and the hustle and bustle of Britain's second city. Yeah, for me, this place really is one of the jewels in England's crowns.
Definitely 2 worlds apart, and I know which world I would sooner be in.
Me too. For me, angling is all about those old techniques that have been passed down throughout the generations, right back to biblical times.
On the other hand, I prefer fishing with the more modern techniques.
Or, as I call that, cheating.
No comment. As you can see, we're quite high tech. I've got my pod that I set up earlier, and now my rods are actually fishing and the pod is supporting them. And what you see there is called a bite alarm. And I've got this little gadget that sits in my pocket, and when a fish takes the bait, it makes that noise, and I get a little blue light and sound on the receiver, and then of course I strike into it.
I tend to miss my first half a dozen bites, and then it'll come good. I might play around with the depth a little bit, play around with the shot, but yeah, it's a good sign. It's a good
Which
sign.
in a condensed version means I'm rubbish.
It seems as if the bottom of this lake is absolutely paved with gudgeon. Every bite seems to be a gudgeon, small little fish. They used to be very fashionable actually. In Victorian times, genteel people used to have gudgeon parties, and they'd go out all dressed up in top hats and the women in posh frocks and all the rest of it and catch gudgeon, which apparently tastes quite good, and they used to eat on toast. But gudgeon parties were the real thing in the Victorian era. And we've got another one, and yet again, it's the ubiquitous gudgeon.
Is that the same one, John, that you keep putting on the hook?
Stuart's got this theory that it's the same fish that I keep putting on the hook or that keeps coming back. I'm convinced it's got a different expression on its face. There's no way that that's the same as the last one. It's a different one, I can tell you. And so as well as doing some really serious fishing, Stewart and I like to surprise each other and take each other to different places of worship and interesting churches.
This is Great Whitley Parish Church, one of Britain's finest baroque churches. The building was completed in 1735, and it displays a splendour unique amongst country churches with exquisite gilded decorations, numerous paintings by Antonio Bellucci, and 10 painted glass windows, and a large monument by the 18th century Flemish sculptor John Michael Ruysbrack. And that's what I would say to folks: if they don't fish, give it a go.
Yeah.
You've got nothing to lose.
And a lot of them, there's
Well, I think this is bigger than John's. As we said at the beginning, it's about quality over quantity as far as I'm concerned today. Oh no, the hook's just come out. It's what we call in fishing the dreaded hook pull. And this is where some anglers throw the rods in their bushes behind, but not me.
And oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Here he comes.
It's a little common.
Yep, it's a common.
It's only a couple of pounds, isn't it? But don't they fight?
Yeah, aren't they fun?
Well, at least I'm going to get connected with a fish in one way. I'm going to net it for you. Might be the closest I get to a fish today, who knows?
And here he is.
Yes.
And he's it.
And on your mat as well.
Fantastic.
Oh, it's a bit bigger than £2.
Yes. Here's a lovely common carp. Not an enormous carp, but on light tackle, £5 line, match rod. Really great fun. 1-0 to the traditionalists. But look at that lovely classic common carp.
I'm jealous.
Right, I'm going to slip him back now to his watery home, carry him low to the ground, and here we go. We're going to just pop him back. And there he goes.
Well, John, I'm in the trade, what's known as a blanker.
I know, I reckon on the day it's a victory for the old style methods of Crabtree and Isaac Walton. But we've had some fun.
Absolutely. I think on reflection I would probably have tackled it in a different way. But as I said at the beginning, it was all or nothing.
You went all or nothing and I played the percentage game. But and most of what I had was little tiny gudgeon and perch, but they're fun. But we had the one carp.
And isn't that what fishing's all about at the end of the day? Fun. We've had a fantastic day today, John.
Oh, it's been brilliant,
and
lovely.
It's been great to end it here in the church at Great Whitley.
Yeah, lovely,
and I
lovely
really
spot.
enjoyed our tour. And I know it's late and you've got to get back home for your tea, but I wonder if Rick would take us around for a further...
I'll tell you what, that would be lovely.
Oh.
Hey.
Rick?
Rick? Rick? Rick?